Good evening. It's just past 7 o'clock, and I'd like to call this meeting of the Urbana City Council to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Salmon?
Here.
Mr. Brown?
Here.
Mr. Jacobson?
Here.
Mr. Madigan? Ms. Marlin?
Here.
Mr. Roberts?
Here.
Mr. Smythe?
Here electronically.
Mayor Pressing.
Here. First item is the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting, October 6, 2014.
Move approval.
Motion by Ammons,
I'll second.
seconded by Roberts. Any additions or corrections to the minutes? If not, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those
Aye.
opposed? That motion carries. Are there any additions to the agenda? I don't see any additions. There is
yes,
one. Okay, Eric.
At the time of other committees, Peter Resnick, who's chairing the Traffic Study Task Force, would like to give a progress report per the instructions that the task force received from the council.
Is he going to be here later?
He will be here.
Okay,
He will be here.
okay, that'd be fine. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I only have one request from the audience. Is there anyone else who would like to address the Urbana City Council? Okay, Bishop King James and Reverend Dr. Evelyn Underwood do not wish to speak for the record, but they want us to know that they're still concerned about the Dr. Ellis subdivision sewer problems. Okay, thank you. Then, unfinished business. I don't think we have any that we're going to deal with tonight. Reports of standing committees, the Committee of the Whole.
So
Eric
you,
Jacobson.
yes, so you have the items that the Committee of the Whole is bringing to the full council. And I guess that the staff, which did address us as a Committee of the Whole on these, is Public Works in each case. The first is ordinance number 2014-10-099, an ordinance amending Urbana City Code Chapter 2, Section 2-160. And on behalf of the committee, I move approval. And I guess the approval is to establish a public hearing.
To not require a public
Oh,
hearing.
not require a public hearing. Okay.
in certain cases. Is that correct, Bill Gray? Right.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm absent-minded. Okay. So anyway, that is the motion.
Second.
Okay, motion by Jacobson, seconded by Ammons by a microsecond. Any additions or any discussion? If not, would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Salmon?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes for less government.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes for effective government.
Mr. Roberts? Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries. Mr. Jacobson.
On behalf of the Committee of the Whole, ordinance number 2014-10-094, an ordinance vacating a right-of-way, Smith Lane, south of Lantern Hill Drive. On behalf of the committee, I move approval.
Second.
Motion by Jacobson, seconded by Marlin. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Salmon?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes for,
Mr.
yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes for less government property.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries.
Next, we have resolution number 2014-10-055R, resolution for improvement by
I think
municipality.
you missed
Oh,
one.
did I skip one? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
C.
Thank you. Resolution number 2014-09-047R, a resolution approving an agreement for engineering services with Hanson Professional Services, Inc. for North Lincoln Avenue improvements. On behalf of the committee, I move approval.
I'll second.
Motion by Jacobson, seconded by Roberts, I believe. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries.
On behalf of the Committee of the Whole, I move approval of Resolution Number 2014-10-055R, entitled Resolution for Improvement by Municipality under the Illinois Highway Code, Lincoln Avenue, Saline Court to Olympian Drive.
Second.
Motion by Jacobson, seconded by Ammons. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Ammons? Yes. Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries.
I next move on behalf of the Committee of the Whole for approval of Resolution Number 2014-10-54R, a resolution approving an agreement for free wireless internet facility, Wi-Fi, installation with Gargoyle Technologies, Inc., doing business as Volo Broadband.
Second.
Motion by Jacobson, seconded by Ammons. Any discussion? Ms. Marlin?
I would just like to say thank you once again to Peter Falk and Bolo Broadband for this public service, and I think this is a great amenity to be added to downtown Urbana.
Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries.
I now move on behalf of Committee of the Whole for approval of ordinance number 2014-10-095, entitled An Ordinance Revising the Annual Budget Ordinance Fiscal Year 2014-15 to account for High Cross Road Construction Engineering 2014.
Second.
Okay, motion by Jacobson and seconded by Madigan. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yep.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
Mayor Pressing?
Yes. That motion carries.
I now move on behalf of the Committee of the Whole to approve ordinance number 2014-10-096, an ordinance amending Urbana City Code Chapter 3, Section 3-43, increasing the number of Class C liquor licenses for Max Convenience stores doing business as Circle K 1413 507 West University Avenue.
I'll second that.
Mr. Madigan?
As per usual, as a liquor license holder in the city of Urbana, state law precludes me from participating in this vote as well as the next, so I shall recuse myself.
Okay, we have a motion by Jacobson, seconded by Roberts.
Yeah.
Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
Did he vote yes or no? Yes, okay. That motion carries.
On behalf of the Committee of the Whole, I move approval of ordinance number 2014-10-097, an ordinance amending Urbana City Code Chapter 3, Section 3-43, increasing the number of Class C liquor licenses for Max Convenience stores doing business as Circle K, number 1434, at 810 West Green.
Second.
Motion by Jacobson, seconded by Ammons. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries. I'd like to welcome Mr. Madigan back. Mr. Jacobson.
On behalf of the Committee of the Whole, I move approval of ordinance number 2014-10-098, entitled an ordinance changing the title of finance officer, changing the, that is, change the title from comptroller to finance director.
Second.
Okay, motion by Jacobson, seconded by Marlin. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Jacobson. Next, reports of special committees.
And
And-
here comes.
That's Peter.
No, that's Peter Folk.
Oh, it's the other Peter. It's
Okay.
I'll mention something.
Okay, Dennis Roberts would like to say something.
I just wanted to say that the Sister City Committee of Urbana is still planning to send a delegation to Thionville, France, between November 14th and 17th, or similar. People who are interested and are able to make the journey might want to contact the mayor. Members of the city council are invited, and we have a small delegation so far, and apparently Kermit Harden is going to be able to travel and his family, but plans are still open, and I just want to remind everybody.
And I would like to remind everyone that you pay your own way. The city is not financing this.
That's true.
Bill Brown.
I have a related item. At our library board meeting last week, there was a demo of a new e-resource called Mango, and you can learn different languages through this e-resource online. So for those of you going, you might want to brush up on your French. To
Yes.
get there, you can go to the library website, then e-resources, and then research, and then you log in with your library card and look for Mango. And there's all kinds of languages. I think there's 15 or 20 languages, including Talk Like a Pirate. So it's kind of a fun demo. But there's it's real interactive. You can speak with the speaker and then play them back together and see how well you did. And, there's interactive movies that go along with each language. So I tried out a little bit, and I think it would be fun. And if you're in the library, you don't need to have your library card. They'll help you log in and do it there. But there's multiple levels, so I think it would take you several hours to get through the complete course. But there's also you can kind of tailor it to what you need as far as conversational languages.
So is that mango like the fruit, M-A-N-G-O?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
M-A-N-G-O.
All right. Merci. Anyone else? Well, we don't seem to have reports of special committees. We can go back to that if Pete Resnick arrives, but we'll go on to reports of officers. Any reports of officers? Okay. New business.
None?
There being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.